Welcome to the session. I am Dr. S. Anusha Kathyayani, Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Today, I am going to focus on the composition, characteristics and applications of different gaseous fuels, namely natural gas, liquid petroleum gas and compressed natural gas. So, here we are going to focus on the gaseous fuels, the manufacturing of fuel gases and that is natural gas and petroleum gas and compressed natural gas and liquefied petroleum gas. So the what are gaseous fuels? So they are much cleaner than liquid and solid fuels and can be directly used in burners and combustion chambers. So these are readily available and these are readily used in the specific burners and these combustion chambers. So however, due to the low density of these fuels, their energy density is also low. So the energy released per unit volume will be low because of the low density of these molecules. So the hence compressed and stored in a pressure vessels with proper regulators. So the storage is also done in a compressed and pressure vessels with the arrangement of some proper regulators. These gases have high calorific value. So they are efficiently burnt because of its high calorific value. The calorific value and specific gravity of the gaseous fuels determine the thermal output of a heating appliances. So it depends upon the both calorific value and specific gravity. So if both are good, the fuel can be it can be determined with the thermal output of an heating appliance. So how it differs with the fuel, gas versus fuel. So these gaseous fuels have lower energy content than the liquid fuels. So we are going to differentiate between the gaseous fuels and liquid fuels. They have low energy content than liquid fuels such as like liquid fuels as we know which are existed in from the natural source. There are three types, namely solids, liquids and gaseous. So under the solids we have seen coal. So what are the advantages, disadvantages of the coals over the liquid and gaseous? So the coming to the liquid, the crude oil, this is the main source of the production of all the fuels, liquid fuels like petroleum ether, petrol, diesel or this oil, lubricant oil. So they are the crude oil acts as a source for the production of all these oils. So coming to the third type, which is a gaseous fuel. So these have lower energy content compared to the liquid fuels. These gaseous fuel have potentially more dissolved fuels. They produce very low greenhouse gases. In general, liquid fuels which like petrol and diesel on uses, they emit carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide, which are called the GHGs. So these are called greenhouse gases. These gases generally increase the temperature of Earth's surface. These gases generally causes the rise in temperature of the Earth's surface because the emission of carbon dioxide, oxygen and nitrous oxide, they take up the heat and they act as radiants and then it increases the temperature, increases the temperature rate on the Earth's surface. So these liquid fuels generally like petrol, diesel, furnace oils, lubricant oils. So furnace oil and lubricant oils generally causes the emission of these greenhouse gases. So hence air quality benefits are obtained compared to conventional and petrol and diesel products. So compared to the pollution rate and the air quality, these gaseous fuels play a important role because they won't any They won't emit the greenhouse gases emission, which won't cause the air pollution as well as this greenhouse gases emission. So, what are the types of gas fuels? So, there are three types like manufactured fuel gases, natural gas and petroleum gas. So, this is the natural gas which is produced naturally, and this is the petroleum gas which is obtained by from the refining of petroleum. So, actually from crude oil, it undergoes a process for stages of process like this is called refining. So in the fractional distillation, so it is the fractional distillation is one of the process of refining where we will get so many fractions. So one of the fraction is petroleum gas. So this is obtained by the process of from the this petroleum gas is also a natural, but it is purified and obtained by the process of petroleum refinery. So this is the petroleum gas, and this is the manufactured fuel gases which are man-made, and this second type is the natural gas. In earth crust, so suppose it is underground, this is the surface of the earth. Here some petroleum or crude oil will be there. Here this will be gas. So the crude oil with the upper layers will be the gas. That gas is called the natural gas. And this from kitchen waste we will get this. This is the manufactured gas like methane, ethane, propane, butane, condensates. All are the manufactured gas. And the liquefied petroleum gas. This is the gas which we are obtained from the petroleum by petroleum distillation process. This is the liquefied petroleum gas that we will use in the kitchens for cooking. This is the LPG gas. So this is obtained in the gaseous form, which is converted into the liquid. Then it is called this is the gaseous form. So the gas form to liquid form is LPG. This is petroleum gas. So when it was converted into liquid form, it is liquefied under pressure, then it is called the LPG, which is using in the cylinders, domestic cylinders. So as we know, this methane, ethane, propane and butane, these condensers they are shown in order because of their abundance, like butane, propane, ethane and methane. Even in a flame, so here even in a flame, these condensates will be like this. So if it is butane, it have orange flame, and pink flame is propane, and for light pink is ethane, and blue flame is due to the methane presence. So this yellow color is due to the nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, helium. These are the gases causes this yellow color flame. So generally, as we are going to the natural gas, this natural gas mostly methane. It is available in the form of methane. What happens? This hydrocarbons present in the fossils under anaerobic condition, it converted into methane. Methane is CH4. So the carbon reacts with 4 hydrogen molecules and gives mostly methane. And liquefied petroleum gas LPG, this is nothing but a blend of several hydrocarbons. It contains several hydrocarbons like butane, propane, butene, propene, etc. And refinery gases which are got during the refining of petroleum having lighter hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, CO and hydrogen are gaseous fossil fuels. These are all about the refinery gases and LPG, which is a combination of all these gases: butane, propane, butene and propene. This is the coal gas. Producer gas and synthetic gas are derived from coal. Coal is a solid fuel, and this is the coal gas produces the coal gas, producer gas and synthetic gases. The biogas is derived from animal and plant waste. So this is man-made gas which is derived from mostly animal and plant waste. This under anaerobic condition, this biogas was prepared, which is nothing but the methane. So the compressed natural gas, CNG. The main constituent is the methane. In CNG, we can heard about the CNG vehicles, like these compressed natural gas vehicles, which are run on this gas, which is called the compressed natural gas, which is the main constituent is methane in that. It is a fuel substitute for gasoline like petrol, diesel or propane like LPG. So it is one of the substitute by replacing petrol, diesel and propane. This CNG gas is used. So it is more environmental, clean alternative to those fuels and much safer other than fuels in the event of spill. So they won't give the harmful gases emission. It is made by compressing the natural gas, which is mainly composed of methane, to less than 1% of the volume it occupies a standard atmospheric pressure. So it is used in cars and locomotives. The CNGs are generally used in cars and locomotives. The average composition of CNG is as follows. It contains all these gases like methane, ethane, propane, butane and pentane, and the methane is the main constituent about 88.5% and ethane is the 5.5%, followed by propane in 3.7% proportion, followed by butane in 1.8% proportion, and 0.5% pentane is observed in CNG composition. So this is made by compressing the natural gas, which is less than 1% of its atmospheric pressure, and it is stored and distributed in a hard containers at a pressure of 200 to 248 bar or 2900 to 3600 of psi, usually mostly in the cylindrical and spherical shapes. So these are generally, we can see the CNG gases, which is cylindrical and spherical shape. They are transported in a hard containers like this. They are used in cars. These are the CNG spares. These are the CNG storage vessels. Cylindrical tubes or cylindrical tanks are used usually to store this CNG gas. So what are the properties of CNG gas? So the CNG is one of the eco-friendly, cleanest and cheapest and least environmentally impacting alternative fuel. It won't cause any emissions. So the vehicles powered by CNG produces less carbon monoxide and hydrocarbon emissions. So the carbon monoxide is one of the cause for depleting the ozone layer. So it is environmental, it won't produce the CO and hydrocarbons, so it won't cause any environmental pollution, and it is most eco-friendly and one of the alternative fuel to replace or to reduce the air pollution. It is less expensive compared to the cost of petrol and diesel. The ignition temperature of CNG is about 550 degrees centigrade. So at 550 degrees centigrade, it starts igniting. CNG it requires more air for ignition. It requires lot of air for the ignition at 550 degrees centigrade. So it was used all over the like green cars, these scooters, autos, cars, buses and trains, these ships, even in tanks, even for army, we can use all this CNG as an alternative for diesel and petrol. CNG is used to run an automobile. It can be used as a biofuel, means that it can be fueled by a combination of CNG and another fuel. So it can be used with another combination, or it may be, we can use CNG. It also used in train operations as it is cheaper than diesel, so it is preferred. Compressed natural gas is also used in transporting materials via ships. Coming to the next type of fuel gas, liquid petroleum gas. It is obtained by a byproduct during the fractional distillation of crude petroleum oil by cracking of heavy oil. Generally, the petroleum crude oil undergoes a series of reactions to get it purified before the uses in automobile industry. So during this, the byproduct during formed the process of fractional distillation is this liquid petroleum gas. So it consists mainly of propane and butane. It can be readily liquefied under pressure, so it can be economically stored and transported in cylinders like this. These are the cylinders. The storage is easy and it can be transported by fitting the cylinders with proper regulators. So what is the composition of LPG? So it contains 95% of propane and butane, and isobutanol is around here. N-butane is 38.5%, propane is 24.5%, and here the butane also exists in isobutane and N-butane form. So this constitutes the total butane content in the LPG gas. It may be in N-butane or isobutane form. Most of this LPG gas will have 95% of butane and propane gases, less than other like propene also present in this LPG gas. Its calorific value is around 25,000 kilocalorie per meter cube. And LPG, here LPG, as we know, butane and propane will be there. Thus propylene and butylenes are also present in smaller concentration, which is less than 1%, and a powerful odorant called ethanothiol is added so that leaks can be detected easily. Actually, the liquid petroleum gas which we are obtaining from the fractional distillation of the petrol won't have odor. Some mercaptanol, like sulfur containing compounds, is added wantedly to detect the leak, because the sulfur compound causes the smell in this petroleum gas. So, but the addition of mercaptanol or ethanothiol causes the smell of the gas. So, we can detect the leakage easily. This is the liquefied petroleum gas. The calorific value of this gas is high. It gives less CO, means carbon monoxide. CO is carbon monoxide emission will be definitely less compared to the gasolines like petrol and diesel, and least unburnt hydrocarbons. These hydrocarbons also less due to this LPG uses. It gives moderate heat, which is very good for cooking, and storage is simple, transportation is simple, and it is a colorless. It has a tendency to mix with air easily. Its burning gives no toxic gases. Toxic gases release will be not there, and though it is highly toxic, but this liquid petroleum gas is toxic, but when undergoes the combustion process or a heating process, it won't give the toxic gases release. If it neither gives smoke or ash content. Unlike coal, the solid fuels, as it causes on the process of combustion or the process of heating, this causes the release of heavy smoke or ash. Unlike these coals, these LPG gases won't give the smoke or ash content. And the best thing is, it is cheaper than the gasolines like petrol and diesel, and used as a fuel in even automobile industry for auto vehicles. It is dangerous when there is a leakage, because it is having the capacity to mix up with the air easily. So it diffuses in the air easily and it catches the fire. So it is more dangerous only upon the leakage. What are the applications of LPG? So it is used in household, commercial use, in food restaurants, and for the ship breaking industry, auto gas, as well as in the textile industry, glass and ceramic heating, iron and steel, weldings and aerosols. So they play a vital role in all of these applications. It is increasingly used as an aerosol and a propellant for a refrigerant, replacing chlorofluorocarbons, because these chlorofluorocarbons causes the GHG gas emissions and causes the earth surface to heat up. So in order to reduce this effort, to reduce damage to the ozone layer, we have to reduce the chlorofluorohydrocarbons. So Instead of chlorofluorocarbons, they are using LPG as a this aerosol propellant and as a refrigerant. When specially used as a vehicle fuel, it is often referred to as auto gas. So when this gas is used in these automobiles, then it is called as this LPG gas is called as auto gas. Other industrial applications, which includes its use in portable blow lamps, soldering in industries, soldering, welding in steel and iron, glass and ceramic industries, and annealing, hardening, brazing and steel cutting in steel and iron industries. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.